Happy Saturday night, Automatic here for Automatic Games. Thanks for joining me. It's going to be a rather low-profile stream again, I think. Laid back. We're going to be taking a transatlantic flight. So I hope this stream finds you well. Hey, Slender Slayer, how you doing, man? Been a minute. Good to see you. So yeah, we're playing Kerbal Space Program. Old game, right? But still, I'm having fun with it. It's not necessarily high action. It can be high impact. When you plummet into the ground and whatnot. But I am struggling to learn my way through it. I've got a few planes, one of which will be taking out tonight. I have a basic handling on those. Been trying to do helicopters, but just the math involved in helicopters is a bit too much for me. I suppose I used to think, you know those little propeller hats that kids would wear with the propellers on them, right? Sorry to sound redundant. Like I used to think that it would be cool to, like, if you could fly with those, but it wouldn't be cool because you're lacking a tail rotor and a swash plate. There'd be child bits everywhere. It'd be horrible. But that's just it, the swash plate. I don't know anything about helicopters, but apparently that aspect of them is a big deal. And at this point, for me, impossible to recreate in Kerbal. That said, some people have done it. Anyways, helicopters are not going to be the focus. I've got two. Neither of them really fly. We're going to be taking out kind of like a passenger jet. I think I flew it last time. Landed it successfully last time. Nice. It's called the Fleeting 101B. Anyways, I'll bring up visuals here. In uno momento. That's probably not right Spanish. It's probably not right English either, is it? So Saturday night. Quite rare that I would stream on a Saturday night. Religious reasons. Anyways. Let's get this guy out of here. And that guy up there. Not that one. Yeah, sure, that one. Choppers are scary. And Strawn, like one of the... So, like, beyond just watching Kerbal videos on them, I've been trying to, you know, when it came to what is a swash plate, I ended up watching videos like, I guess, helicopter training videos or something. And, as they're pointing out the little pieces that are vital, that are absolutely vital, all the little pieces and components that go into the rotors and the swash plate and all that, all I could think was like, so you're telling me only one of those needs to fail, and this thing's going down? Yeah. Anyways, John, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. So as always with Kerbal, it's not going to be super fast-paced entertainment. More laid back. As always, the cabin is open if anybody wishes to jump into Discord. If not, that's cool too. It's going to be a long flight. I'm not going to lie. So maybe if you just like the idea of falling asleep on a plane, this is the stream for you. We'll be taking off from the Kerbal Space Center. Turn right. Anyways, there's a lot of money involved with taking readings down here. I think barometric. So we're gonna load up the passenger plane with some barometers and fly it down there. It does have the range to get to the South Pole. Even so, that's a long ass trip. I swear it's gonna be over an hour before I even get there. And there's not enough fuel to come back. So that's a caveat. We want the plane to be in one piece afterwards. So she's gonna have to put down somewhere around here. And I keep talking about going to the North Pole and doing experiments. And it crossed my mind that maybe I should just send the plane that I'll be using for that. But that plane does not have the range that the passenger plane does. So we can get there, and hopefully there's enough fuel that we can still maneuver long enough to find a nice landing spot. I know we'll make it there, because I did an endurance run last night. How do I get out of the trail? There it is. Leave tracking station. Doing well. Not bad. Not bad. Still, not sick, but man, I was sick like, I don't know, like a month ago, and I still can't get over the cough. But I'm not complaining. It's better than being sick. I tweaked the vehicles, the cars, a little bit. I watched a video, and the guy was just like, I put, oh, what are they called? Thermal plates. this stuff. Heat shields. Heat shields. They're heavy as hell. So he just kind of affixes those to the bottom of his ground vehicles, and it does make a difference. It can bring the weight up to like 2 tons fairly easily. And that's kind of what you need to help with the rollovers and stuff. Again, not the point of this one. Let's open up the Fleeting 101B. Here she is. I like this plane. She still has some... I learned some issues. I learned some things about her on the endurance flight. And that was pretty much that, like... she has a tendency to want to fly. In other words, she wants to climb. And ultimately, I think if you let that go too much, she might nose up, but maybe not. Not a huge risk, anyways. But also, I don't know whether to call that a flaw or just say it's part of her, because then when I engage autopilot, it'll correct and start diving. Not a drastic dive. So for that endurance flight, I kind of kept alternating between the two. I want to add barometers to this. Anyway, with the endurance flight, I departed from the desert airfield, and then I sought to return there. And I did. I had enough fuel to make it back. But the landing was a big problem. Anyways, this game does have a save feature. Now, why am I not? There it is. I don't know where to put these things. I guess they're small enough. They're not going to mess with the aerodynamics too much. Still, I almost want to put them on the... like, maybe behind these fuel tanks or something. And, oh, hell, I'm going to need 3 of them. I'm going to need 3. Maybe I'll just take 4. That way I keep it symmetrical, I mean... I'm not saying a barometer is going to sink the plane, but she doesn't need any more eccentricities. It's not the right word. It'll work. So there we go. So we've got 4 of them at 1 extra, just for fun. Just so they can have fun taking... Man, that's not even. It's got to be even, dude. Close enough. That is close enough for government work. Okay, so I was talking about returning to the desert airfield. I encountered a problem. Learned that I could autosave, which was a lifesaver. So I saved before my final descent. That's when I realized the thing about this plane is it's got some really powerful engines, at least for me, for what I've unlocked. And mainly because we've added these 2 in the rear. You've got to because of the weight of this plane. But as a consequence, it made landing just a real struggle to bring down the speed. I've got these flaps. What I do, I think I put SAS to keep that nose down for a while anyways. I think I turned it off at the end. Use the flaps, I turned off these thrusters. On another occasion, I turned off the main thrusters and kept those. Guess what? These two won't keep the plane in the air. So that was a mistake. And then finally I figured out I'll just reverse thrust. It's drastic, but that's how I have to land this bitch. Anyways, what I'm considering is adding another flap right there. I'm thinking I might as well try. I don't know what exactly that will do, though. That's the thing that bothers me. It's like, oh, are these the right ones? Yeah. It's like if I add this, and instead of working as a proper flap, it becomes too much, and what flaps usually fold down, so that would, that would want to put your plane into a nosedive. Shitty thing about this is, I'm about to go on a long flight. I hate to only learn that I can't land the thing when I'm down there. Then again, you can do stuff mid-flight. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but I could deactivate these. Let's try it. We need all the help we can get in terms of slowing the plane down. Rotation tool. Just figured out the increment thing. As opposed to like free rotation, it just sends it in increments. Helps me figure out which direction is which without... okay, but it'll only get you so far, then you gotta switch that off, I guess. That looks good, though I think it could probably come down just... maybe not. Yeah, it's a little off kilter there. That we don't want. Okay, let me turn on increments again, make sure that I'm going to be turning this the right way. Nope. Wait, now. Okay, yeah, that's the one I want. Yeah, that was it. So it was a little off kilter, as in high on the right side. Alright. Now I feel like the whole thing's a little high, but she might be level now. Yeah, she's level enough for my purposes. We'll bring her down a tad. Didn't mean to do much building here, sorry. God, she still kind of sticks up, but... I'm gonna go with it, though. As long as she's even with the one next to her, I suppose. Do we have this on incremental? Which direction do I want to be going? Okay, so that's that. I think that's good enough. I don't like that little glitch, but it's cosmetic, so I don't care right now. I'll fix it on my own time. Now we want to make sure that its inputs are, equal to this. So pitch, yaw, roll are all inactive. Deploy is retracted. Deploy direction is inverted. Okay. So just want to repeat that. Pitch, yaw, and roll were inactive. It does not affect that. In truth, it does. It's, you make it a flat surface, it sure does, but it doesn't have that extra oomph that it would have if you click those. Retracted and deploy was inverted, I believe. When I had the authority limiter to 84. I don't need to match that exact, but... somewhere in that ballpark. Now, I wish I could just type, if I can find a way to just type this stuff in. This is why you should play this game on PC if you're going to play it, right? Alright, that's good. I assume the same thing happened over here. Alright. Can't imagine I added too much weight to it. Let's save the plane. And then just before we take off, I am probably going to pick up a couple more purples. In other words, have a few more passengers. Oh, let's see. I would love another scientist eventually. So we got Milas, Malice. Let's do Milas. How much does he cost? Next hire, 32,000, and I think that's it, right? I pay the 32,000, and we're good. Yeah, maybe I won't hire too many people. I'll pick up Milos though. Fantastic. After all, we'll be making plenty of money on this particular job. I suppose I should pick that up too. Yeah. Here it is. Take pressure readings in flight below 18,500 meters. And I think there's 3 of them. Yep. Get an advance of 59,000, completion of 110,000. I mean, that's for the whole deal. Yeah, this mission's just loaded with money. So it's worth the risk of not having fuel for return. Alright, that's our mission. That's the one. Hey, Judah, how are you? Meow. Good to see you. Happy Saturday night to you. Oh, you know what else I gotta do? I gotta add this flap to the, you got your action groups up here. This is the hotkeys, so to speak, right? And this one is assigned to action group 6. I want to add this to it. And again, if it doesn't work, if anything goes wrong, I can manually disable it. Just, as I said, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but like if you're struggling with a plane, there's no time to start opening menus. I want to see what this looks like deployed, but I'm not really. Oh, yeah. Right here, I can click this. Nope, see, now no. It's got to be the other way. I'm glad I looked at that. I think, anyways, I mean, when a plane deploys flaps, they're always down, aren't they? I know they go to different degrees, but fuck it, I don't know. Let's add the crew. Nah, not all of you are going to be riding in the cockpit. We need passengers. Bill, get on down there. Bob, get down there. Milas, come on. Everyone's going. It's a big plane. I want some people in the back compartment, too. Maybe I'll put them all back there. There's gotta be a better way to do this. Just move and scroll. And not even always do that. Thanks, Judah. I appreciate you stopping by. Get him to the back of the plane. I don't know why. That's where the action is. That's where the party's going. All right, good enough. Got a mission waiting, a very long flight ahead of me. We are taking off from here. We're landing wherever. We're going to the South Pole, damn it. Go catch us some penguins. I also have to bear in mind that there's some things with this plane that I really haven't addressed yet. I think the tail's still in good shape, but flaps might act up on takeoff. Half the reason I'm saying this stuff aloud is just to remind myself. Anyways. Let's get throttled down for now. Engine's on. No, we don't want to just sit here and burn fuels. Let's do it. Activating autopilot just to try to keep us straight on the runway. There it is, the flaps. Yep, they're being bitches. Okay. It always seems to take two to get them fixed. Those inner ones aren't correcting. Shit. Well, they might have to for us to get off the ground. God, I can't manually be doing that. Alright, we're 90. Gotta pull up. Sorry, this is sloppy. Very sloppy, but we're up. Okay, I'm gonna deactivate autopilot. Should make the plane nose up a little bit. Or a lot. Keeping her on full throttle. Yeah, we'll do the climb. Just not too much. Alright, now I'm actually pushing down on the stick and forward, trying to mitigate that climb a little bit. Better check the stats. Yeah, our airspeed's falling. Come on, get that airspeed back up. There we go. It's at around 100 meters a second. It'd be like 200. No, I don't know how much. Let's say 200 miles an hour or faster. Definitely be faster than 200 miles an hour. Alright, altitude looks... I mean, we're climbing. We're climbing and we're picking up speed. We're going to need to turn right, heading... let's see. A 180 would be south, so... Turn right, heading 170. It's going to be my guess. I'll find out if I'm right here in a second. And you can see our current heading down at the center bottom of the screen. It's 120, 130 now. What'd I say? 170, yeah. There we go. Level it out. Probably overshoot it. Maybe not. good deal. Our climb looks good. Everything's good. Just got a long ass flight. Mm. Oh, this poor son of a bitch is right up against the wall. That's no good. It's not much better. Nice view of the engine, though, anyways. Yeah, I should figure out where the seats are, to some extent. Alright, we're 39, 3,900 anyways. She doesn't want to climb anymore. 4,000 is about this plane's cruising range, and I think that's pretty much determined by the weight in the engines, right? Or comfortable cruising speed at altitude, I should say. But she's gotten up to 6. I've seen her up at 6,000, although right there she just really leveled out. Lost our heading quite a bit. Alrighty, Judah. Thank you. I'll do my best. You know, we're always arriving on time here at Auto Airlines. And we'll always save an extra seat for you. See, there we go. Now we're over 4,000. And not experiencing any of the trouble. That's alright. The higher the better, in my opinion. Still gotta get more on course here. I'll look at the map again, but I think that most of this trip is over the ocean, so I'll definitely lose sight of land. I have enough faith in this plane that I'll be taking regular beverage and smoke breaks, but then again, I also have in-flight entertainment, as always. As always, I've only done that once before. Come on, keep left. I mean, I can't climb above 180 because essentially then I'm going what, southwest. The target is southeast. I'll bring it to 165 degrees and then I'll check the map. Checking the charts here in a second. Nice altitude though for this plane. For any of my planes. A yacht, nice. Yeah, like a modern yacht. Yes, I'm gonna hazard to guess a modern yacht to go with the mansion. You know, it seemed a complimentary thing. Hey, Ritten, how are you? Happy Saturday to you. Good to see you. There we go. 164 degrees is our heading. That's what we want, I think. I'll check. I mean, just to clue everyone in on how long of a flight this is going to be. We're up there. We're heading to the South Pole. How do I get rid of this damn thing? Yeah. Okay, cool. Because I will want it back. So yeah, we're heading here. 3 different spots over the pole. We're still way up there. Oops. It's the only thing about, oh, well, I don't have it on autopilot. Maybe that's part of the issue. Also, I could make this a lot easier. I think I could put a waypoint. Probably what I should do. Yes, I will. I swear. I know I've been saying that for like half a year, maybe a year. But I swear I will get into Minecraft again. I will come visit, more specifically. Still at a nice altitude, still climbing. I'm gonna go ahead and level her out and get that waypoint up. Not to all of them, that's not necessary, but at least one of them, right? Navigation set to Bill's vision. Aw, that's my dad's name and my son's name. Oh yeah, 171. So I was not far off. And again, it's not rocket science, it's just fucking compass. Quick Smoke is aboard the plane. Welcome aboard, sir. First class all the way. How you doing this evening? How is things? Let's go ahead and activate autopilot. This will do something. Who knows now? I guarantee it. Yep, very visibly. Not, I guess that wasn't nose down, it leveled out. Well, now it's dropping. I'll let it do its thing and then regain my altitude. And I'll probably grab a quick smoke. That'll be a while. I don't know about this descent, guys. This don't seem right. This is autopilot? But as you can imagine, when landing, it's pretty handy. Alright, let's get rid of autopilot. Check our speed. Shit, we're going faster than this plane is comfortable with. Say a comfortable speed would be beneath 240. Nothing like 300. Not miles per hour, meters per second. I wish I could change that just so I could comprehend easier. I'm tempted to speed up time too, but the last time I did that, the plane just lost it immediately before I could. Because not only did I put it into a dive, but I had sped up time. So it's just like I didn't even afford myself the time that was required to try to save the plane. So I'm very suspicious about doing that. Although with such a long flight, I might really, I don't know, brace myself and attempt it once, just to see. Like last night's endurance test was, I think, an hour and 15 minutes out to my destination, and an hour and 15 minutes back. And as the way back, I was just like, oh shit, man, this is killing me. Then to only have to save and attempt landing, I think, 4 times before I did it successfully. No, don't do that. That's right, slacker. We'll get you there on time. I mean, that's the bottom line. It's going to be rough, but there's always a seat. Always a seat for you. And we'll get you where you need to be. More or less. How you doing this fine Saturday night? Hope it's treating you well. Well, that last climb was where I was going to take my break, but I didn't. Not break. Well, I was just going to break for a cigarette. But we're losing altitude. Fucking autopilot. And I sure as hell don't know what to do about that. I think, you know, when I don't have autopilot activated and she wants to climb, obviously I can do something about that. But... And in autopilot's defense, maybe it's like, you built the fucking plane, I'm just trying to keep her in the air, kind of deal. Comes that speed again. We don't need it. Let's fuck with the flaps again. Which is not the kind of banter you want to hear from the cockpit, but let's fuck with those guys. See, that's a problem. Now, what? These flaps right here, they did not deploy. And if they deploy when I retract these, then that's just crap. Not to mention, it's a hell of a job these flaps are doing. What are they, like a 10-degree angle? Well, okay. So I gotta look at that at some point. I'm guessing the flaps that I just put in just behind the engine, 1 and 4, these, I'm guessing I can take them right back off. So I don't think they're doing shit for me. And honestly, if I'm having problems slowing down, I should probably look at the angle on these, without being stupid enough to have them rip off. Make that a more severe angle, I guess. Well, if you're tired, slacker, this game is going to wake you right up. We're talking adrenaline. Right here. Are you feeling it yet? The recreation of a transatlantic flight? Because if you ever did one of those, you know they're a blast. So why not recreate one? Alright, I want to make sure my altitude's around 3,000 before I step away from the cabin. And we're dropping. Alright, turn off autopilot. That seems to be the cure-all. You only need the heads you see. That'll cut down on weight if we work that out. Hey Don, how you doing? Yeah, we're flying a commuter plane on a pretty long flight. Gripping content. Going to the South Pole to do some science, and I have a science plane, but the science plane doesn't have the fuel to make a run like this. The only plane I have is one that was built for passenger flight, and so I guess that's what we're doing. We're gonna fly down there, but we don't have the fuel to make it back, so we're gonna have to land down there, I guess. Folks, I'm gonna step away from the controls for just a jiffy. This is your captain speaking. I'm stepping away from the controls. It's anybody's plane, but you do not have access to the cockpit. I do, Sean. I'm going to fire up my phone. Even though with that, I've still got a delay. I better go now. I am amazed. I think I love this plane. I even went to the captain's room, took a few puffs, and came back through the living room, and I was like, wow, we. I don't see any of the. Yeah, shit. We're at a very high altitude. We're still climbing. It's fantastic. Speed's okay. Our heading's good. I'm telling you. The fleeting 101B sort of flies herself. She needs some TLC every now and then, but she's that type. I mean, you think everything's going well, and then you try to land it. Casey, how are you, man? Good to see you. You mean we've got to put our head between our knees? Yeah, crash positions. The whole flight would be best. It's the most comfortable way to kiss your ass goodbye. Hey, Sugar Tits, how you doing? Pumpkin Spice, good to see you. Almost flying a 747. Yeah. My runway, I tried to make it bigger. I tried to make it like, it's a smaller passenger plane, I guess. Tried to make it bigger, but my runway needs upgraded to allow me to build monstrosities, I guess. But this one will carry, hell, what is it? I don't remember. I think it's 16 and 16 and 4. So, yeah. What is that, 36? So, yeah. Almost, well, I'll be glad when it's time to land, that it's not nighttime, but I almost wish it was. That way I could turn on my nav lights and stuff. I put a lot of work into that because the stupid way they have these lights. You can change the color of the lights, but really it's only where the light is cast. If you're still looking at the bulb is still white, even though it may be a red light or a blue light or whatever. So I had to put these little nubs, for lack of a better word. Very aerodynamic, I might add. But they catch the light, and they actually end up looking like the light. Whereas these are lights. They kind of look like some kind of, I guess, a hinge for the flaps, but, why wouldn't this flap happen? And same thing on the tail up there. And that's part of the reason I know my tail's not even. Or no, I fixed that. Never mind. Sweet. No wonder she's flying better. I fixed that, but I never fixed my flaps problem. And the flaps problem is when I take off, the flaps start doing their own thing. Like I end up shutting them down, but still, one extra thing you have to do when you're trying to get up to 90 and get the thing airborne. There we go. Peak altitude. Nose just dropped. We'll just keep doing this bobbing stuff. I guess. In a hurry, hello. It's all about that sticker. Trying to level out a little bit because I don't know. I want to keep that high altitude. I like going fast, but I went ahead and clicked the box that said, do you want your plane to suffer, part failure due to G-forces and aerodynamics? And I said, yeah. In fact, I kind of wondered why that hadn't happened before, other than, when you try to go to space, things will burn off. But, yeah, so you can set it so, your engine just can't handle the G-forces, so it either gets destroyed or just goes, just turns off. I don't know how it works, but... There's those forces that we don't really want too much of. Let's check the map to see how little progress we've made. Oh my god. That's bad. We're flying between, from this spot up here down to the South Pole. Not even halfway there, and we've been flying for, I don't know, 35 minutes or so. Good news is I'm not flying back. We don't have the fuel for it, so we'll have to ditch somewhere. Ditch, yet keep the plane intact, so I'm going to quick save before that time comes. You actually almost bought this today, oh hell. See, I wish it was multiplayer. I think Kerbal 2 might be, because I've heard that a lot, like, in watching YouTube videos, tutorials, or whatever, people that are like, yeah, if they allowed for a second player in this wouldn't be an issue, because they could be doing that while you're doing this, but... But that has often been countered in comment sections with, you have those action points, those like hotkey commands, like you can actually make a lot of different shit happen in a very short period of time, of course. Still, it'd be awesome to have a navigator, or, to say, like, I'm gonna go take a piss, and somebody can take the controls. So in the South Pole, there's a company paying us to take barometric readings. So we have added, at least for the time, into it. Oh yeah, there they are. They're small. So we have these barometers. I've got 4 of them. We only need 3, but I wanted everything to be symmetrical because, well, I'm just afraid. Like, if I don't have it symmetrical, I need to place it somewhere, and I try to center it, but it's all just like eyeballing it. It would be a barometer that would take out our aerodynamics. So yeah, we go do those barometric readings, and they're going to fork over a ton of cash. And frankly, I need the cash now. It's my money, and I want it now. So yeah, J.G. Wentworth understands that we're going to get a structured settlement out of this. And I'm trying to remember the rest of that song. I knew the number like a week ago in somebody's stream because I typed it in. Well, we still got quite a bit of flight ahead of us, folks. Tell you what we'll do. We'll have the attendants start bringing around your lunch service, and we'll go ahead and play the in-flight, not movie, but advertisements, because we're trying to sell you shit. Just like everybody else. Hey, call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. It'd be cool if that Viking was on this plane. That would be cool. Without it, this is not cool at all. I actually remembered it. Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. Anyway, stand by for your in-flight commercials. Yes, and your miniature bottles of alcohol.
One of my favorite fantasies is talking to strangers on the phone about their fantasies and doing my hair. But I'm not the only one. We've got all the hottest girls from the Commonwealth just waiting to talk to you. Look, here's some of them now. Here's Jenny. She likes talking about her makeup and her hair. And she likes talking about what she's writing down in her journal. She's writing your fantasies down in her journal right now. She's gonna charge your credit card. Look at her go. And then she's gonna pass on the information to the girl sitting next to her. So hot. So you should call now. The number is 1-900-HOT-GALS. That's with an ALS. Like all-time loving sex. Or like America loves sex. Or alternative lifestyle. Or like, I'm not really sure what it stands for, but you can come up with your own ideas. So call now. Let's talk about our fantasies on Fantasy Phone.
Must be 18 or older to call. Standard and international rates apply. Fantasy Phone is not responsible for separation or divorce. 1-900-HOT-GALS neither implies hot nor gals.
Look there. Is it sliding towards us? No. No, it's floating. It's floating through space, time, and now it's floating through your house or Earth. The vacuum suck dust star floats. It doesn't slide. There. Get your own vacuum suck dust star 5000. Available any vacuum suck retailer nationwide for 98,000.
Forget the vacuum being loud. I could
In
barely
the
hear
summer of
over the plane engine.
1876, Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer learned a valuable lesson. The lesson? Don't piss off the Indians.
Nope.
And the white man continues to do it today. Don't think that gives you a pass, black men or Latinos. No, we're all polluting this beautiful country. We risk pissing off the Indians. Take this man, for instance. He's no chief, as he's only got the one feather. But he's nonetheless wizened, and he appears seasoned, if not a little discouraged. Well, now he's just pissed off. Don't piss off the Indians. Keep America clean.
Write to P.O. Box 7871, Radio City Station, New York, New York, 10019. For this brochure, 71 things you can do to stop pollution, including scalping polluters. This message brought to you by the Ad Council and Pissed Off Native Americans.
Okay, station ID, so I... Thank you. Well, look at us, still in the air. Hope everyone enjoyed those. Again, it should be movies, but and that even crossed my mind. Shouldn't I be working on in-flight movies? But then I never know how long I'll be playing a certain game. Especially with me, I flake out relatively quickly. But watch, I'll be playing this for months. Oh, but in-flight movies would be fun. They'd have to be short. I'd have to call out all my markers and bring in some voice talent, which I did for the commercials, right? I mean, those feminine voices were not mine. Phoenix, how are you? Thanks, Casey. I appreciate that, man. Those commercials, yep. That was weird. Which one specifically, or all three? I'll take all three. Though I gotta say, the whatever 1-900-HOT-GALS, that was pretty seductive. I mean, let's check our course and whatnot. Probably turn right to heading 170. I say that, but we'll really find out. Almost at 6,000 meters. That's going to be kind of a flight ceiling for this plane. And again, as always, my cockpit is wide open anytime I'm playing this. I'm in Discord and you want to talk about your feelings, send a message out to a loved one that might be one of the 8 people watching, or not. You're more than welcome. Alright, now we're descending. And that's what that red light is. It's a red light right here. That's just... I thought it was a ground warning, but really it's just telling you you're... I think it's telling you you're descending too fast. But truly, am I? Am I descending too fast? Or am I, in truth, what? 12,000 feet in the air? Maybe higher? Yeah, I gotta tell you, those flaps do not look properly aligned. I think I need to mess with that some more. Oh shit, no co-pilot? Thought for sure. Huh. Oh, she's like... What the... Why is the co-pilot... Wow, these two are close. Look at that. Actually, the water's getting closer too. What's the altitude? Yeah, no wonder. We're going kind of fast. There we go. I'm doing well. How are you, Denise? How you been? Okay, good. I'm not comfortable anytime we're seeing that wind shear stuff. A little choppy air there, apologies. Want to see where we're at on the map. See if we're at the halfway point or not. I would say, yeah, if we're not halfway, we're just about halfway there. That means this flight has been... I want to give myself 15 minutes. Yeah, we've been in the air for about 50 minutes. So honestly, this is a shorter flight than my endurance flight last night. Now, I said I was going to mess with the time thing. I'm still considering that. Oh, shoot. I think I left my son's bedroom door open because now I hear him talking. generally close it when I'm streaming, but feel all right. Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. What a good altitude we're level. I'm gonna shut that. Something tells me we went off course just a tad. Sorry about the mic problems here. Check. Oh yeah, quite a bit. I wonder why or when that happened. Oh, I don't have autopilot on. Yeah. Hey, good plane. Good plane. For not having autopilot on and walking away. And I'm proud of it because, wow, this isn't like the most like original plane. I did not look at a tutorial for this. In fact, the ones I've been looking at tutorials for are the ones that I can't seem to do. That said, the parts involved in this particular plane, I think, are parts that most anybody would arrive at. But then it's the matter of, you know, which way you've angled the wings and shit. For a while, this thing's tail was crooked. So it wanted to, I think it wanted to bank to the right a little bit. Which is funny because in truth, no shit, and I'm no experts, and I'm no expert on aviation, but in truth, old planes suffer that same stuff. Like, they'll want to turn over to the right, they'll want to turn over to the left. Obviously, not so drastically because they wouldn't be flying otherwise. But yeah, even commercial planes, it's doesn't matter though because the autopilot does what it needs to do to keep it level, you know. And they're certainly flyable. So actually, when I learned that, I kind of felt a little better. I was like, all right, so I can't really sit there and say like my plane's all janky. It wouldn't really be like that. Well, I guess with older planes, yeah, it would. Telling you though, landing is going to be the real bitch. And now I think I kind of know why. My flaps, I just don't. I can get in there and have them angle more. I need to do that because they'll slow me down a little bit. Not like they should be. But not to sound repetitive, but again, I think if I put my flaps at like a 90-degree angle or something, they'll snap right off. So, you know, you don't want to go that far. I guess there's a sweet spot. I will say this, Casey, if you do end up pulling the trigger and buying this, I'm more than curious about the stuff you would build. I would, if not being able to see gameplay is a thing, then screenshots, man, I'd love to see. I can get online and look up what Scott Manley built, or, some of these people that seem to be verified experts. But I can't really aspire to that, so I'd kind of like to see what somebody more on our level is doing. Not to bring you down to my level, but I think you get what I'm saying. Landing is just a controlled crash. Exactly. Thing that sucks in this scenario is there's no runway. But I'm thinking to myself, I've never been to the South Pole here or on Earth. I'm kind of hoping it's flat. Like hoping that'll play in our favor. I don't know if ice has an effect. That would suck too, I guess. Not being able to stop the plane because of that. Why is she sitting here? This is ridiculous. I mean, there is a seat here, but it almost looks like she's just like draped over. What's his name? Jeb. Or Jeb. Yeah, Jeb. Draped over his back. He appreciates the moral support. This is the worst seat in the house. Right here. I'm just staring at that engine. It just doesn't look right. Like maybe I should have had it cut through the wing more. I don't know. Well, looks like we're curving quite a bit. There we go. That's right, I still have flight controls. Fucking didn't realize that. Nah, dude, you'll have like a helicopter built in your first week. That's a funny thing that occurred to me. It's like, launching up. One thing, even making a plane, in my opinion, thus far, with my limited experience, it's not as easy as firing yourself into space. Like, it made me wonder whether it was, like, who's smarter, the Wright brothers or Werner von Braun? Like, okay, obviously, once you get up into the orbit, you need to make all these trajectory calls. And yeah, obviously, there's I can't put a lot of credence into that, were the Wright brothers smarter. But just the difficulty of getting everything aerodynamically sound. But the trial and error is fun. And I love that you can just build anything. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, building one of those helicopters really got me thinking outside the box. Like, oh, well, I can use this piece for that, actually. The same thing as, like, settlement building in Fallout. Like, this is a generator, but the back side of it looks like it would... You get what I'm saying. You build a whole damn vehicle out of that. I like that. I wanna see more about the bases you can build. Those... I don't know if there's a point to building a base on the North Pole, but I keep considering that because I want to take that flight. Tomorrow, maybe the next day, but I'm piling on all this science and stuff, and I keep asking myself, like, God, should I just start building there? If anything, it would be a nice practice for when we go to another planet. Yeah, you had to build the plane first. And, you know, honestly, the game wants you to start off firing rockets into space. And while there is a very minimal learning curve with that, it's like watching one 10-minute YouTube video will cure you of that. Feeding into the notion that, like, firing yourself into space, it's not a lot to it, right? It's just whether you catch orbit or not. That's where I get thrown off, and I haven't done that yet. But they encourage you to do that first, and that'll allow you to understand some systems, and then kind of like the airplanes, especially helicopters, are almost an afterthought. But for me, I'm weird. Even though this is Kerbal Space Program, I'm like fixated on the airplanes and the helicopters. I'm telling myself, like, no, I need to damn well be able to fly a plane before I'm gonna, you know, try to land on the moon or one of the other planets. But then again, I wanted to have helicopters behind me too, but I don't think I'll ever be able to do that. If I wasn't on console, I would just download somebody else's helicopter. That would be fun. I gotta turn pretty steeply. We are way off course. Be back at 170, I think. It's the other thing about this plane is it just won't turn. Like, if I put it on its side, and I guess that's realistic, right? If you put a plane of a certain size, if you try to, what do they call that, knifing or whatever, where you, yeah, it'll just fall. Maybe at 6,000 meters, maybe I'd be able to recover, but funny too how much I've learned from the long haul flights compared to, like, I would build a plane and take off from the runway and tell myself, like, okay, now you'll fly out over the water, you'll turn around and you'll land. If you do that, you got yourself a good plane. That's bullshit, because there's stuff that you don't even realize your plane's doing unless you're flying it for 20 minutes or half an hour. Then you realize, like, oh, she does kind of drift to this side or that side or whatever. You're never going to realize that if you're just looping around and trying to land. Not that I would not advise people to try to figure out how to land. I'm still doing that myself. Hey, Drew, how are you? Sorry, caught me in the middle of a tangent or something. Yeah, I've noticed, like, a lot of things, like, they must understand what your capabilities are, because they're not asking you to do any research on the moon or anything, so clearly the game knows that I'm at a certain level. But the cool thing is some of these missions, you'll look at it and you'll be like, man, that money's good, but how the hell am I going to get there? Whether it's a fuel thing or whether it's in, like, a mountain valley. Like, I haven't had one of those yet, but what if they were asking me to go to Mountain Valley? I couldn't land anything that I own there. Like, that, I guess you'd need a helicopter, or you come up with some kind of parachute idea, or, you know, you start having to think way outside the box. But I like that about this game too, is that you're kind of like, well, I'll have to build a vehicle that's capable of doing this. And in the case of this plane and the few vehicles they've had to be multi-purpose, and I guess that's probably true for anybody that's playing this, is that, shit, you don't want them to just be a one-shot thing. You'd like to get more mileage out of them. There is no land anywhere. No shit, that would freak me out. And it's getting dim enough. It's not nighttime, but I'm gonna turn on my damn lights, or at least the nav lights, since painstakingly installed them. Yeah, it's too light to even notice. Guess you can kind of see that I've got the logo light lit up, just barely, but the rest aren't visible. Altitude's been great. This whole flight's been good. He says before we die. Is there a way to build rotating blades? Yeah. In fact, you could technically do that before. There's like $10 DLCs. There's two of them, but one of them has proper propellers and all that stuff. But what I've seen a lot of people do is take one of these flap. Is that what you call them? Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, they'll take those flaps and connect them together and make, basically use engines and stuff to make a helicopter rotor. But it's, cosmetically it isn't exactly how you'd want it. But then again, some of these people are pretty damn talented. Like I saw somebody build a Huey that they didn't use, like all they used was vanilla pieces. Like, but still, son of a bitch looked like a Huey. So, yeah, even pre-DLC, you could do it, but it's more of a pain in the ass. With the DLC, they give you the rotors and stuff, and you'd think like, well, then you're golden, but you're not, because then you got to figure out the tail rotor and exactly how much torque and pressure, or I'm sorry, torque and rotations. What is it? Rotations per second or something? Yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to be like real world. You couldn't you land on one of the airstrips in Antarctica? Yeah, there's no, unfortunately in this game, there's not very many airstrips. 3, maybe 4 of them. 3, I think. I don't know. I don't think you can build an airstrip. There's probably mods for that if someone were playing on PC. Wonder where we're at. Well, we're more than halfway. I wouldn't say we're quite 2/3 of the way yet, but hey, land will start to come back into sight. I don't know if we're going to lose the daylight. I don't think we are. I think we're good. Here's something else I hate. Since it's it's not a plain game, really. It is, Otto. What are you talking about? But see how that symbol's facing the wrong way? It's not. It should fucking face the direction you're flying. That's just me. It's probably not just me, but... But when I was first trying to fly these planes, I'd look at that and be like, well, that's no help at all. I can't tell which way I'm moving. The plane's facing north, or whatever. Oh, Denise, you can't get off the plane. No. Yeah, I'm just... We have beds on the plane. You're good. Good night, Phoenix. Thanks for coming by. Much appreciated. Huh. Never noticed, like, that ladder up there. Guess I wish you could walk around. There's Jimmy Kerbal here, and he wants to use the restroom. You know, she keeps drifting to the right. Maybe it's just coincidence, I don't know. I've caught her doing it twice now. Then again, I haven't had autopilot on for the last 10 minutes, easy. And despite that, I haven't really been hands-on. Telling you, as quirky as this particular plane is, I'm starting to like it most. I don't know why. Yeah, because you haven't built a supersonic fighter, Otto, that's why. It's one Pepsi down the hole. Comes another. Yeah, I can kind of see her tilting to me right now. Again, just with autopilot off, so I'm not overly concerned, but it's something. Something to recognize, I suppose. Fuel is good. Don't be deceived and think that we've eaten up that much. I think those meters started half full. Which begs the question, why the hell did I only have the plane filled half full? And I don't have an answer for that. That was actually an oversight. I guess that shit, or last night that would have helped too, even though I did have enough fuel for a return trip last night. I suppose if I had filled those all the way up, I probably could make a return trip. It's just, if I can land there, I'd rather do that. You know what I mean? Either way. I mean, I enjoy doing these, but I don't know. Return trip, just, you don't have much incentive. I suppose even if I'm not returning, it's still the same kind of purpose that I'd have is just don't damage the plane too much. Get it on the ground and don't damage it. So whether that's in the South Pole or up at the runway, don't matter. Hey, there's the moon. Spelled M-U-N in this game, I guess. If I remember correctly. Still don't see that land. Course isn't dead on, but we're in the right ballpark, right direction. Speed and altitude is steady. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and guess and run that last third. That's it. I'm gonna run one more commercial break and take care of the captain real quick. I will be right back. If in the meantime you gotta go, be well. Parachutes are underneath your seats. Otherwise, if you can stay, I hope to see you on the other side. Not the afterlife, but, well, there too. You know, never mind. I'll be back.
Busy you, in and out of doors every day. Think how much dust and dirt settle on your skin, and makeup clings to your skin too and clogs your pores. That's why your face needs a thorough cleansing each day, and that's why cleansing tests were conducted by an independent laboratory. This same kind of dirt was made radioactive enough to register on a Geiger counter. Leading cleansing creams, complexion soaps, and Dorothy Gray Salon Cold Cream were used to remove this radioactive dirt. The Geiger counter proved that Dorothy Gray Salon Cold Cream cleanses up to 2.5 times more thoroughly than any soap or other cleansing cream tested. Lingering radiation may have ultimately eaten away at this model's face, but the test was well worth it, if just to demonstrate to ignorant consumers like yourself the deep cleansing power of Dorothy Gray Salon Cold Cream. Most of the radiation was eliminated, after all, which left this impressionable model's skin smooth and clean, until the rats caught up with her years later. Beauty is fleeting, and models will do anything for a close-up. Dorothy Gray Cold Cream is second to none, and it's so easy too, much like a $2 model. For particulars of this Geiger counter story, write for this Atomic Test booklet to Dorothy Gray Limited, P.O. Box 18, Grand Central Station, New York City.
The whole egg goes into best food real mayonnaise. Best food is so good so many ways, but best food is the whole egg mayonnaise.
So good. The incredible, incomparable mayonnaise. Spread it on your salad, sandwiches, and slacks. Just look at this spread. All it needs is a dollop of mayo, because nothing pairs better with peaches and pears than mayonnaise. You can put it in your hair, too. Ooh, this needs a grape. I like to add 2 parts mayonnaise, 1 part dish soap, and 3 parts vinegar to elongate the lifespan of my mayonnaise. So next time you're at the grocer, bend over and pick yourself up some Best Foods real mayonnaise. Take it from me. Better yet, take it from the cop.
Best food is so good so many ways, but best food is the whole egg mayonnaise.
This is the tale of 2 identical diapers, both entering the world in the same fashion, cotton picked from the same plantation, woven in the same factory, and ultimately sold for 2 equally adorable babes. But that's where the similarities end. One of these diapers was cleaned using Abraxo, a fine, granulated scouring powder that is hard-working, yet gentle on your load. The others were cleaned using a competitor's brand. The differences are night and day. Those diapers cleaned using a competitor's product are left ragged, harsh, undesirable, while those washed in Abraxo are smooth, perfect for a baby's bottom. And wouldn't you know it, within the week both babes are wearing diapers washed in Abraxo. Just remember, Mr. Handy's prefer Abraxo for all of your cleaning needs.
Good night, Written. Thanks for flying. Much appreciated. I didn't catch her before. Still no lane. Oh, wait, no. I do see something. Pretty far out there, but... well, that's a good sign. Efficiency-wise, I wonder how much these drifts have cost me on fuel. Can't imagine it's a whole lot, but... kept saying I was going to test the time warp thing, but I'm so close now that I don't want to risk it. Again, the last time I activated it, I think I just went like ×4. So sped up time ×4. and the plane was underwater before I had time to react. If I do test it again, let's get baby steps, right? Do ×2 first. Or 1.5 if they have it. Thanks, True. When you get famous, you need some. You got it. You got it, man. Yep, I definitely see a couple peaks over there. It'll probably be anticlimactic, but I'm stoked to get over the South Pole. This is far. And thus far, been a good flight, uneventful. Plane's been panning out. Kind of want to build like a Learjet type. They have pieces that kind of smack Learjet. Let's see what I could do with that. Only thing about that is maybe I could make it go a little faster or something, but it's not going to have the carrying capacity of this plane. More maneuverable, sure. Probably less fuel capacity because it's a smaller plane. Honestly, it looks like it's part of a cabin, but this piece right here, that's all a fuel tank. Thing is, I usually leave it empty to kind of simulate that it'd be a passenger cabin area. Also, just to bring down the weight, but we've gone too far to the left. I found that land attractive, damn it. Dropping altitude. Okay, no we're not anymore anyways. Good climb, speed's okay, a little fast actually. Let's climb. Kind of shave off the speed that way, I think. Yeah, that's better. And with the money that I'll get from this doesn't speak to the Learjet idea. I'll reinforce that runway, allowing me to build a heavier plane. Not necessarily a plane that could circumnavigate the globe, but honestly, damn close. That's kind of what I would want. I don't think I'd stream that. I don't think I would actually try to do that. I mean, how long of a flight would that be? Well, I can kind of do the math. I've come from the equator towards the South Pole. So at least 4 hours. Probably longer. That's a lot of fuel. It's a lot of time. I guess I survived the ocean part. I shouldn't speak too soon, but seeing land on the other side, that's happy times. That's good stuff. That almost makes these shit-ass peanuts worth it. You know what would be fun? Get voiceovers and stuff and do like a seconds from disaster kind of thing with this. Because, I mean, if I think about it, I can put the camera anywhere. I think they've got like a chase camera, maybe 5 different types of cameras, but that'd be kind of fun. Kind of stupid, but kind of fun. Yeah, we are going way too fast. Oh, maybe not. Tad too fast, anyways. Yee. Trying to shave off some of that speed again. I don't know what my altitude is. Actually, not pretty much at this plane's cruising altitude, but most of the trip we've been higher. Not to imply that I'm coming down. Alright, let's check the map. Yeah, you also don't want to hear pilots say that. Not to imply that I'm coming down. No, I'm still high as a kite. Wow. Okay. Then when I get there, I gotta do this barometer stuff. Shouldn't take too long. And then land it. I hope it's flat. I don't know. That looks like a hell of a peak. I can't see it from the pilot's perspective. Never mind. The girl's still right behind him. Weird. It'd be something. Try to fly on instruments. I don't think I'm interested in trying that. But... Plus, if you were gonna do that, you should do it at night. I think that would be messy. Where is the sun, anyways? Is it supposed to be cloudy? Because it sure doesn't look cloudy. Oh well. Don't want the NTSB to be like, well, yeah. Really, the problem started when the pilot was looking for the sun. See. You think that was the first problem? Alright, autopilot off. Ooh, I didn't expect that. Huh. That's funny. I think I'm probably just going so fast that she keeps wanting to capsize to the left. Not real drastic, just like that. I'm not going to sit here and correct her for the rest of the journey, so yeah, autopilot can mess with it. Must be the speed, or maybe I'm descending at a strange angle, I don't know, or was, so I'm climbing now. What I see so far of the poles, it doesn't look flat. Doesn't look flat. Do they scream when you're crashing? Not audibly, but yes, they, you can see the little guys on the bottom right. Yeah, I mean, they panic and stuff. But, that'd be great if they screamed. Then again, we've all seen the videos where they say, like, you could hear a pin drop. Other than the wind. I don't know. Not gonna lie, I'm getting impatient now. Shit, I still gotta conduct this experiment, so shouldn't want to land that bad yet. Fuel is okay, I think. We still have some fuel to operate in this area, or this area ahead of us anyways. But even while doing the experiments, I need to keep my eye open for a flat area. I need to plan this out ahead of time. Can't really do it now because I don't have any information, but I think in about 5 minutes I will. Yeah, it's a one-way trip. if I can land the plane in one piece, all I'm paying for is jet fuel. Or, you know, if I lose a wing or something after landing or during landing, that's fine too, because we'll make enough money to pay for it. But honestly, we'd make enough money to pay for the plane once over. It's just at that rate, it is kind of just a waste of time. Because we wouldn't be making much. I could have done something simpler, I guess. Not that this is too complex, but it will be. I gotta slow down. And that's the last thing I need is for something to bust off the plane. Fuck, just climb. That's how we'll do it. We don't have to be low for these barometer readings anyways. There we go. That's awful steep. Just for the record, I do have the stick forward, or I have the yeah. Oh, autopilot's gotta do this. That's crazy. Not now. Don't do this shit now. Oh, no. Gotta nose down. You've got to. Fuck, why would that nose up? Here, let's try this. There we go. And full throttle. Well, we're already at full throttle. God, that sucks. Yeah, well, close to a stall. Luckily, we got up to our ceiling height, our max altitude, I think. Yeah, but right now we're falling quick. It's manageable, but but yeah, I deactivated autopilot, and I did want to climb. I just didn't want to climb that much. I think it was how fast we were going. Just started to nose up and got pretty uncomfortable. Alright, this is not the South Pole exactly, but it's like a little stretch of green land between us and it. I'm pretty sure that jives with, not that button, jives with the map. Yeah, good deal. Honestly, not far past where it turns to snow. I'll catch my first objective. I'll make sure it's the one that's on the nav bar. Yeah, that's gonna be coming up pretty soon. Alright, well, this does not look like a great place to land right here. Just two bumpy foothills everywhere, it seems. So hopefully the pole gives us... Almost looks like it is flat to the right of... I'm seeing like a almost pyramid-style peak. I think to the right of that, it looks flat, but upon closer inspection, it could end up being just like this, very hilly. And worst case scenario, even though it doesn't make sense, I would rather ditch in the water. Of course, you wouldn't really want to do that in the South Pole, I guess. It'd be an immediate death sentence. I think they say something like that, like the colder the water, the tougher the harder the impact, I guess. Oh, I cannot believe I made it. I mean, I should. I just... 2 endurance trials in a row kind of wears on it. Alright, lose some of the speed again. Looks pretty flat. Pretty damn flat to me. It's good. That's great. Now, I don't think I'll be getting the prompt to conduct the experiment until I get above the snow. Judging from the map, anyways. But our approach looks okay. I could probably turn right to 155, maybe 154, I guess. Like some trees down there. Trans what? Hey Adama, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Happy Saturday to you. Flying to the South Pole to do for science. For science, that's why. And monies, of course. Alright, Otto's first trip into one of the poles. I kept saying I'm going to the North Pole first to do all this science on the ground level. And that was the plan, it still is. I'm still working towards that goal. But then these jackasses came along and said, hey, we'll pay you an exorbitant amount of money if you'll fly there and use your barometer. Thank you, sir. Oh yeah, that is nice and flat. I've got to be able to land there. Got to. And looking at the fuel, I don't know how much I've eaten, but one, I don't want to fly for another hour and a half. I mean, yeah, I've got it in me. I don't know if I want to do the return trip. And I don't know if I have enough fuel. And frankly, the prospect of being over that wide of an ocean again. Nah, this would be a better place to put down any day, I suppose. Why am I getting like a reddish hue on the plane? Just a little bit, like a pink hue. Maybe it's the sun, wherever the sun is. You want me to fly over the mountains? I sure hope those mountains aren't taller than 6,000 meters. That would be a problem. They don't want me to do that, do they? I can't imagine. Oh, gotta be damn close. Oh, there we go. Begin the first test. Got it. I should have hotkeyed these. Does that count? Let me check. Yes, okay. One of them complete. I've slowed her down. Don't know if I really want to do that too much. Let's keep up the speed here. Check the map and get ourselves another waypoint. No, don't deactivate navigation. Are they saying I can? Okay, fair enough. I mean, I can land on that, right? I guess that's a concern, too. Yeah, why couldn't you? I think that's snow, not ice. Or even if it is ice. Well, we're gonna try it. It's better to land there than over here somewhere. pulled up. And slow the fuck down. Damn. Just what's that look like for this guy? Oh well. The shadows say the sun is directly behind my plane. Oh. Of course, now I've made a harsh right turn, but yeah. That would make sense. There's one place I didn't look. It's behind us. It's not we're mainly flying south, so I kept expecting it to be on the right-hand side. Not that I'm not positive that it's evening, though. I don't know what time of day it is. Okay, entering another zone. We're in the zone. Auto zone. Hey, it's not a play on my name. It's... Shit. I gotta use these ones, I think. I really should have hotkeyed these. Is that good then? We're good there? We've only got one more. We gotta slow down. That's why this thing's a bitch to land. The speed it gets. Well, I'm thinking about it. It was one of my other planes, which go about half as fast as this one. Hey now, what happened to the other? Is it just me, or am I missing a waypoint now? I did not get 3 of them, did I? Did I? Hold on. Would I get like a twofer? How is that even? I'm not going to question it. The company that hired us knows, or they, if they're just willing to give me the money, I'll take the money. All right. Fuck, I am not flying back to the runway. That's it. That is, we gotta get this plane down in one piece. I'll leave it on autopilot for a second. I need to take one more puff before I try to land this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and quick save now. That way, even if my plane were to blow up while I'm in the smoking lounge, we'd at least have a save. Yeah, quick save is fine. I'll keep it flying. If anything terrible happens, you'll see it. What's our altitude? It's dropping. Never mind. I'm going to stick with it for a little bit until I'm comfortable with the plane. I wish you could dump fuel, is kind of what I'm getting at. Lord knows I would dump some of this. Although it does make me heavier, I just think it's more dangerous. Oh, we should do crew reports. Just because we've never been here. This would be worth a lot of science. Okay, not a lot, but some science. eyes start to water. Okay, good. We wanted that. We wanted that. All right, I'll take my opportunity now. Be right back. There she is. All right, well, let's get her on the ground before the sun sets, because it's nice to have your plane shadow, too. Which means let's try to land facing east. The sun sets in the west. Get all our lights on. Just in case we lose light too quickly. No. That's a bit of a steep bank there. You know, it does look a little bumpy down there. Not as bad as that green area on the way, but try to lose some speed on this turn. I'll actually go back on the throttle a little bit. Alright. Don't want to gain altitude. Let's keep losing it. Ah, that's too damn tight. Alright, it's official. We're beginning our final descent. We'll get her down to about 2,000 meters. We'll lose half our altitude. Then we'll turn our attention to shaving off some of this speed. Nope, you will have to make a sharp turn here. Unless you want to make a runway in the water or some shit. We're just not losing altitude fast enough. You know what? I'll quick save right here. I'll level out, because this is better. I don't want to have to do that turn again. This is better. Level out. Quick save. Yep, overwrite. Alright, we'll deploy flaps. We'll force these other flaps down. Just installed those and they freaking don't work. Alright, we're losing a bunch of altitude. We've got a lot of speed happening, though. Man, this plane doesn't want to pull up at all, though. That's a problem. That's not good. Oh, that's right, I can kill autopilot. Yep, that'll bring the nose up if I need it. Put autopilot back on. Losing some throttle. We want to be somewhere around, like, at most 90 meters per second. I'm guessing the ground is going to be like, I don't know, 50 meters or something like that. Not quite sea level, but not much higher. Still burning off speed. That's good. Like to level out here. 2,000. Fuck leveling out. Let's just keep dropping. Shit. Gear. Dropping too fast. Lose the autopilot. That makes it wobbly. Are we still falling? Yeah. No, not really, dude. Less throttle. I don't know if I want to do that. Keep the throttle. Cannot judge it. I can't tell. Speed, it was still dropping, but it's not anymore. It's like holding at 130. It's not good. We'll kill autopilot again, try to get the nose up a tad. Speed's dropping, but I'm having a hell of a time keeping her descending. Damn it. That'll just lead to a stall. Speed is good. I think our altitude's what sucks now. We're losing our quote-unquote runway, too. Oh, shit. Put her down, Otto. Stop fucking around. Yeah, we are just way too high. Doing all these preps like I'm a meter or two above the surface. It's just not the case. Now our speed's picked up again. Wish I knew what the ground level was, meters wise. Because that thing on top, that's just down to sea level. If I didn't already clarify. Fucking pull up. Less throttle. This is stupid. This is not gonna go well. We're way too fast. Hello, surface. Here it comes. Yep. Come on. Come on, you can do this. I gotta slow down my descent. It seems like I'm dropping off quick. I'm not on the ground. It looked like I was. No, we need thrust. Shit. Motherfucker. But that's not important right now. Sorry about the loud bangs there. Damn. It's gonna be quick save, right? I thought I was too. I should have lowered the camera to have a look. I didn't even kind of keep a mental note of how many meters up. I should have looked at that because it would have had the last reading. That would have at least told us what I'm shooting for. Well, for now, we'll just get low. Don't give a shit about speed. I'll just get it under 1,000 feet and then worry about slowing it down. Yeah, because I had cut back on the engine, so when we nosed up again, there just wasn't any power in it. That was horrible. Man, we're coming in pretty quick. Might have wanted to rethink this, but oh well. All sorts of mistakes. I fucked with the throttle there. That's what I'll do. Kill engines 2 and 3. So those rear engines are out of action now. That's good. That's a wise call, I think. Flaps down. Not much, though. We still got time. Let's lower these other flaps. If I can get to them. Again, something I should have hotkeyed. In fact, I thought I did. But oh well. Come on, I don't have time to be messing with these hidden buttons. I know it's my fault, but still. There's no time. There's no time. Get us to 1,000 feet. Cut back on the throttle by half. Landing gear. Gotta lose a lot of speed. Like so much so that it's scary. A lot more. There we go. It's like descending and losing speed. It's like the antithesis of. Whoa, that's not comforting to anybody involved. Don't do that with the wings. That was me, for the record. That was me being a dumbass. God, we're close to the ground. Speed is, we still need to be going slower. Why are we climbing? This might work. If we've got enough... I didn't mean to nose down like that, though. That's not necessary. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Why is this so tricky? They're damn close. Pull back on the throttle. Just remember, it's not recoverable now, so... Kill the throttle. No, I've done it again, see? Now we're gonna nose down hard here. God, we keep bouncing. This is a horrible landing. It's... What was that? That was our front landing gear. Oh, shit. How do I... Hold on. Reverse thrust. I'll try it. It'll slow us down anyways. I'll apply the brakes. Since we're nose down. Anyway, so... Okay. Well, that was my celebration. See, scared. You know, I would have loved to have switched to this view. That would have been terrifying. Man, when the wheel went out, I thought that was it. With the other crashes in the desert, that was just like one after the other. You know, the nose gear went out, and then the cockpit was destroyed. Oh, holy shit. And I'm telling you, that, other than jet fuel, that didn't really cost us. I mean, we lost a landing gear. Maybe the nose took some damage, but... Fuck, and when it was wobbling from side to side, and I don't know how many times it bounced, but I see why now. This is not flat. Not exactly flat. It's like snowdrift kind of shit. But it's doable, and it's doable with my least landing-friendly plane. So I'm happy. I'm good. I'd evacuate my Kerbals, but I'd be complicated. I don't know. It'd be a mess. Wow. Recover vessel. Thank you. Thank you, man. It took the second try, but I see why now. Was it the bounce that got me the first time? Yeah, it was. It was the bounce, and then I killed the throttle. So we had nothing to... I would say I'd learned from that, but I didn't, because that second time I did the same damn thing. But fuck, at some point you have to kill the throttle. Come on, game. They still keep sending us up. Yep. Hey, there's dunes in the desert. It wasn't all flat either. I know. In none of these stories is it mountains or foothills. It's like sheet ice and snow, or the desert. Well, I guess at least that's an indication that I tried to choose wisely. Both of those seem innocuous, but... Man, that, So, okay, I only got 7 science. That's not great. Oh, yeah, where do they show me how much money I made? Like, here they're just telling me I got 61,000 back from a plane that's about 90,000. So we spent about 30,000 on damage and fuel. I bet fuel was most of it. But it's not really telling me how much money they just gave me, except that, oh my god, it put us over 500,000, which for me is a lot. And in fact, at last checked, and I think I had less than 300,000, so I might be wrong, but I'll go back. I'll go back and check, because, yeah, I think we just made at least 200 grand. That's excellent. That's freaking awesome. Everyone's alive. I'm done. I am done, son. That's it. That's all she wrote. Wow. I gotta say, thank you for coming along on this flight. I really appreciate the company. Again, it's not high-intensity stuff until those last couple seconds. I'm sorry, for me, that was a little intense at the end. But man, the lead up to it was just comfortable. Okay, I'll have the band start playing us out, but again, thank you. It's nice to have company on these long flights. And that was a long flight. 2 hours, 33 minutes minus what? I'll say minus 20 minutes total. Even though I know I didn't just spend 5 minutes on the ground. So that flight one way. Well, no, we spent some time tooling around because of the barometer stuff. I don't know. Let's just call it a 2-hour flight, one way. What are you saying? Okay, get back to work. Yeah, I have heard of some airlines that grew too quick. You know, they were growing so fast they couldn't afford to fire people. I think, what was it, Crossair or something like that comes to mind. Kind of nuts. So people with atrocious records were continuing to fly passengers. Thanks, True. I appreciate it, man. You know where to find me. But you usually don't find me on a Saturday night, so I'm glad that I took the time tonight, and I really appreciate everybody talking in the chat, and I do appreciate that, and stopping by. I'm not sure when the next time I will stream it will be, but I'm going to be heading to the North Pole with all that science equipment and vehicles aboard the plane that I'm going to drop off, so that'll be complicated, and I'm sure to get some Kerbals killed. Anyway, folks, that brings me to the end. As always, if you like this, and if you are subscribed, I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks for flying. This has been your captain speaking.